Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch. This is the box we're making today, and this is day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas. And here's the inside. The following video was filmed live, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks a lot. Good morning. This is December 11th. Before we get started with the project, I'm just going to go over a couple things. Today is December 11th, Wednesday. For 24 hours, we have free shipping. The minimum order is 50. I also have a special host code. This host code is only good for 1 day. So the gift that I'm offering is only for orders that are placed today, and it's a minimum of 50. So you get free shipping and a goodie bag if you use that host code. But don't use it if your order's over 150, because you'd be giving up your Stampin' Rewards to get a small gift from me. So people that place larger orders, you guys use Chick Rewards, and you guys are getting free stamp sets and free framelits. I shipped out 3 yesterday. So that program really works for people that place larger orders. So you're not getting cheated, you're just getting rewarded differently. Okay, and if you have any questions, let me know. I wanted to remind you guys that Chick Candy 60 is over on my website. It's the stamp set, the paper. I've already mentioned it, but I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned it again. We are using, I think that's all the housekeeping really. Yeah, just free shipping today, and the Chick Candy. So I'm using 2 stamp sets today, Snowfront and Rustic Retreat. So the supplies are, look, it's like, what in the world is she going to make with 3 pieces of paper? It is amazing what you can do with 3 pieces of paper. That's why I love my job. Okay, so 8.5 by 11. This is Seaside Spray. Okay, 8.5 by 11. Another scrap piece. And then we need 2 pieces of Whisper White. This one measures, I got my cheat sheets here, 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So you don't want to use that one to stamp. That one's the one we need to stay the same size. Here's our scrap for stamping. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this piece with the, what are these called? Frosted Frames dies. Man, these things are so awesome. And then I'm going to cut out one of these. This is also the Frosted Frames die. See the stitching? So I'm going to cut out one of these. So, and then I'm going to take this piece, the 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. Did I say that right? Yeah. And I'm going to emboss it with this Woodlands embossing folder. So we're going to use the Big Shot first and then make our project. Okay. So let me slide all this out of the way. So we're going to do the embossing first. Make sure that's straight. Is it straight? Okay, we'll set that aside. And then now we need this. And then this one. Now, I'm going to tell you my little trick. You can use cling, what's it called? Press and seal, cling wrap, wax paper, whatever you want to cut out this die. I just run it through 2 times. So, if you had 100 to do, you probably wouldn't want to run it through a couple times. You'd want to use your cling wrap or your wax paper. Wax paper is what I did when I cut for my Spooktacular Bash class. That was a lot of cutting. Okay, I've already pushed out the little, remaining pieces to save a little bit of time. So here is what we're working with. So I'm going to get my little, I feel like I'm doing surgery. I want to call this like my surgery basket. So I'm going to take my silicone mat, and we are using the puff paint, the Snow Accents puff paint, and we're using the Ice Stampin' Glitter, and the heat tool. And I'm going to do this in stages. Oh, and the reason I have this is because if you haven't used this in a while, then sometimes you need to poke a hole in the top. And I don't want to use my take your pick tool and get sticky stuff on it. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to start with this upper side here. I'm going to get this open and get this open. This is not like normal glitter. This is not like that really fine stuff that makes me itch. So, in case some of y'all were wondering. Okay, so I'm just going to apply. See? That's why I have this. Listen, I knew that either making this project today I was going to really succeed or I was going to maybe fail. But it stayed on the silicone mat, so at least it didn't go all over my desk, right? That's typical Angie move, by the way. So this is creating snow. You know that already. It's puff paint. But then we're going to add that glitter, and it's just magical. It's so beautiful. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I got a lot, but it's okay. We want a lot because we want it to be like a really heavy snowfall. The kind that I don't want. Okay, so that side's good. Look at that. You can imagine what it's going to look like, right? So I'm going to get the heat tool now. So if y'all need a potty break, this is the perfect time because I got to do this and then I got to repeat on the other side. See how beautiful that is? Okay, now the other side. I guess maybe I could have done this off camera, but not really. We're doing okay on time. I'm trying to remind myself, too, that not everyone's in a hurry. I kind of am, because I always am. That's just my personality. But I'm trying to do a much better job of going slower and being calmer. Okay, I think that looks good. Oh, whoa. I'm just trying to remove some of that. It's like I got a little excessive there. Okay, and so let me slide this out of the way. And you can use your little handy dandy spoons to spoon this on, or you can pour from the jar. I got these spoons also on. Are y'all shocked every time I say Amazon? I always say if I have to leave the house, then I can't work. What is this? 100 spoons. Yeah, they're cute. Okay, heat tool again. Okay, look how beautiful. It's like we just had a really big snow and our trees are all covered. We have that here in Kansas quite often. Okay, so I'm going to close up my stuff. And then we're going to continue on. Where's my lid for this? Okay, my surgery basket we're done with. Okay, so we're going to set this aside over here now. And then we're going to take this piece here and we're going to stamp. So we're using Seaside Spray, just like the paper, and Early Espresso. And I got myself 2 of these just in case I mess up. So we're going to start with the greeting from the Rustic Retreat. And Yeah, I attached my sticker crooked this morning. That's what happens when you apply stickers before coffee and without your readers on. It's okay. I know where it's going. Okay, there's that one. Now I want to get my stamping mat because the rest of the images are going to get stamped with photopolymer. So this really helps when you're stamping with photopolymer. And where is my little piece of grid paper? I love this Stamparatus grid paper. It's so cute. Okay, now we're going to stamp the little deer. Aren't they cute? Look, this is one I made a couple weeks ago, and then I could never find a project to put this on. Maybe I will this week. Isn't that so cute? I just never, oh, and that's Old Olive, and this is a, uh-oh, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so the deer. I saw a rabbit, right? Or a lane swerve. Either one. And maybe it's a squirrel. I always say rabbit, I think. Okay, so the greeting, the deer. Now we're going to take the tree, the big old tree. And you don't want to cover up your words. So you kind of sort of have to angle this. Half on and half off. Ooh, I got ink on the edge of my stamp. Hold your breath. I didn't get any. I thought I was going to get this ink on the paper. I didn't, so yay. Now we're done with the espresso. Now the Seaside spray. And I'm going to take this little snowy, I really don't know what. I guess that's like a mountain or something. I don't know. I'm just going to add a little bit of Seaside spray ink to it. And then stamp it off. And then lightly stamp it here. It kind of looks like a glob, but to me it just, I don't know. You could leave that off if it doesn't make sense to you. Okay, so now the little, we're going to call him a blue jay. Isn't he so cute? It's all so cute. I love it. Okay. Now we're going to take some dimensionals. And I'm going to put 2 on here. Yeah. And then I'm going to add it to that. So now we're going to take this 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And I'm going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool. I'm going to place it on the 8.5-inch side first, which is the portrait side. And I'm going to score it at 1.5 on both sides. And then I'm going to place it on the landscape side, which is the 11-inch side. And I'm going to score it at 1.5, 5 1/4, 6 3/4, and 10.5. Okay, bone folder and scissors. Oh, look, my scissors have a magnet stuck to them. Another lane swerve there. Okay. I think this will be box template 20. I have made this box before, but not since I've been numbering them. So this will be box template 20. Okay, so we're going to start down here on this 1/2-inch section, okay? And we're going to, well, let's go over to the right side. So this is at the bottom, then come over here to the right, and we're going to remove this section right here, and then cut up to the score line. So this is going to be a nice size box for you for gift giving this holiday season, and I'll give you a couple ideas when we're done. Okay, so I'm going to turn it to this side and do the same thing. So remove this section. And this one. Okay, now I'm going to trim these tabs a little off of each side. Okay, now we have a couple other places that we have to trim. So I'm going to lay it back flat again. We've got our 1/2 inch strip here, right? So I'm going to angle cut this just a tiny bit. If you cut it too much, then your box is going to have difficulty, or it's not going to stay closed. You know what I mean? So just cut a little. And then we're going to do the same thing on these two sides. We're just going to angle cut just a smidge. Not too much. I gotta hold this a little bit. Okay. And then the same thing on this side. Hopefully I'm in the camera. I haven't looked over in a while. Okay, so now we're ready to add our adhesive. So we're going to add it to these 4 tabs here. So I'm going to get my tear and tape out. Okay, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to say I have not posted the instruction sheet for day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. It is on my to-do list this evening for sure. Sorry about that. Yeah, it just kind of got away from me. And I'm actually posting this project today without the instruction sheet as well, because the sale today is 1 day only, and if I wait and post this video tomorrow, then it's going to be too late for some people. So I'm gonna work on both of them tonight after dinner. Okay, so I'm gonna take my take your pick tool. Except wait, hold on, rewind with just 1 second. So here's this 1/2 inch strip here, and then here's this section. I'm just gonna take my 1 inch circle punch and do it's not quite a half circle, but close. And you could skip that step if you want to, because there's no mistaking where the how to open this box. Sometimes we do that to help determine where it's opened at. I think I just hit the camera with my take your pick tool. Okay, so there's that. See how nice this box is? It's a really nice size box. My friend Patty was reminding me the other day, or telling me the other day, that she loves this box because it does hold a lot. I'm like, oh, you're right. I need to make it for Christmas, because the last time I made it was like this summer. It was that Magnolia box. Okay, so these fold in, and this folds over just like that. See? It's a nice, just don't forget that don't trim too much here and don't trim too much here, because then it'll be wonky. Okay, so now we're going to take this layer and we're just going to use our liquid glue. And I will say, don't crush your box adding this layer, so be careful. So I'm going to add my glue, make sure I'm adding it to the right side. Make sure the tree limbs are going in the right direction, and they are. Okay. And then this is going to get added Isn't that just so magical? And I'm going to put one in the middle so that it doesn't collapse. And then we got to have some ribbon, of course. And then the Seaside Spray, what is this called? Metallic ribbon. I used this several months ago on a couple different projects. I can't remember what they were at the moment, but it's so, I love soft ribbon. It's really soft ribbon. And it makes beautiful bows. Okay, let's get a glue dot. And now you can add this down here, or you can add it up here, wherever you prefer. I went round and round, so, okay, what do you think? Pretty stinking cute, right? Let me show you the one I made earlier. Okay, so, yeah, it's Seaside Spray. The color is Seaside Spray. It's one of our in colors. Yeah, one of our new in colors this year. Just beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to open this up and show you. So, I don't know if you guys remember back when I used to have these, I used to sell these tins. So, inside this tin is a big old chunky necklace. Oops, I hit the camera again. But look how big this is. So you can put a box in a box, or you could just put tissue paper in the box. But I wanted to show, you know, the size of it so that you could see that it's a really nice gift box. Some other things. Okay, so here's another one. So I was inspired by a card that I saw on Facebook yesterday that looked like this, but a little bit different. It was so beautiful. And I don't normally like borrow other people's ideas. I very rarely. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of the card that Carrie gave me. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I got to do it. It's a box. It's not a card. Anyway, so inside here, I put a collection of Stampin' Up! Products. So some embellishments, some linen thread, some washi tape. So that just goes to show the size of this box, that you can fill it up with all kinds of little goodies. The only thing is that if you make it too heavy, you might want to be careful that it doesn't, you know, break apart. So this is using Real Red, and this is using Seaside Spray. So whatever color you prefer. I did not put any snow down here on this one. This one was the first one I made, and I thought, okay, let's use this beautiful Seaside Spray. I'm going to get this posted on my website. The PDF will be available, but the instruction sheet, I'll put a little notation that says I will add it later, because that one's going to take a little bit longer to type out. Those instruction sheets take about as long to do as it does editing a video, so they take a little while. Okie doke. Well, you guys have a great day, and thank you so much. See you later.